You're listening to a production of the National Media Archive. To learn more or volunteer, go to nationalmediaarchive.com.
The plan was simple. Take a break from the grind, escape the city, and head deep into the California wilderness. Just three longtime friends, 19 years old, off for a weekend at their go-to cabin, the same one they'd been going to since high school. Off-grid, peaceful, remote. The kind of place where cell reception dies and so do most responsibilities. John Perez, a freshman in college at the time, gets the call right before leaving. Work wants him to come in. He skips the shift. Friends are already packing the truck. There's no way they're canceling tradition. The cabin's about 50 miles from Bakersfield, hidden in the rugged California hills. Four-wheel drive is a must. The road, more like a trail carved by rocks and rattlesnakes. The cabin sits on private family-owned land, surrounded by thick trees and sharp ridgelines. Forest on one side, desert on the other. The kind of place that punishes mistakes. Hot summers, rough terrain, and no backup if things go sideways. You don't come out here without a plan, but that's kind of the point. No phones, no neighbors, no noise, except the ones you bring. There's a main staging area at the upper cabin, just a place to unpack, reload, and swap the truck for the off-road vehicle. From there, it's a drop down through thick brush and winding hills to the real destination, a lower cabin. This one has everything: a gun range, off-road toys, even a man-made pond loaded with targets. It's basically a private playground in the middle of nowhere. They'd been there a dozen times, and not once had they seen another soul. The place was always empty, just how they liked it. They arrive, unpack, crack a few jokes about previous trips. Will, one of the friends, had just bought a new .22 rifle. Red dot sight, clean setup, they're feeling good, safe, isolated. Until they're not. They're standing near the pond, a few feet from their off-road ride, when a stranger appears out of nowhere. John spots him first. No one's supposed to be out here. This isn't a public campsite. This is family land. Locked gates, no trails in, no trails out unless you know where to look. John flags his friends. The stranger gets closer. He's wearing green, carrying a sawed-off shotgun and a .22 on his back. There's a knife in his sleeve, and he's not saying much, just pacing, sweating, eyes twitching. Something's off. Then he speaks. "What are you guys doing on my property?" The friends freeze. Confused. This is their land. The stranger claims it's an abandoned naval base. That's when it flips. An argument erupts. They tell him to leave. He refuses. Claims the government dropped him from space in a body bag and now he's using it as a parachute. That's not a metaphor. That's what he actually said. The man starts sweating harder. He's agitated, rambling, paranoid. He points the shotgun, demands they get up, tells them they're not going anywhere, says he's going to kill himself, then threatens to kill them instead. He searches them for phones, for cash, makes them empty their pockets, do a full 360. No phones, no pistols, just rifles, and those are in the vehicle. He finds them. He sees the guns on the ATV and starts flipping out. Picks up two rifles, points them at the cabin, pulls the trigger. Nothing. The guns aren't loaded right. He fumbles with the clip, jams the entire thing. "You brought guns that don't work?" he asks. "Yeah," they say. "Guns don't work." Desperate, one of the friends lies, says his dad is on the way and he's bringing more firepower. The man hesitates. His paranoia spikes. He starts rambling again about the police, the government, that the woods are watching, but just as hope creeps in, it dies. He says, "Before I leave, I'm putting each of you in a room, one by one." He forces them into a small room with bunk beds, trash bags, and tarps. The door shuts. Now they're hostages. No phones, no escape. No one even knows they're out here. And the stranger? He's not done yet. Hours pass. They're deep in the forest, burned out from fear and adrenaline. Still hiking, still hiding. One friend's sick, can barely walk. They slow down, stick together. It's pitch black. The road back is steep, rocky, and unforgiving. Then they hear it. The quad again. Closer this time. The engine echoes off the trees. They duck, low, behind rocks, behind brush, whatever will break the line of sight. They see the headlights sweep past. He's combing the area. He's not giving up. John's mind is racing. If they get caught now, there's no second escape. This isn't round two. This is the end. But luck finally shows up. They keep moving uphill, dragging themselves forward until they hit the ridge. And just as they're debating whether to lock the gate behind them, arguing, actually, headlights appear. It's not the stranger, it's one of their dads. He was worried, came looking, didn't hear from them, and something felt off. But he doesn't know what happened, so he starts chewing them out on the spot. Then one of the friends cracks, breaks down, says they just had a shotgun to their heads for 2 straight hours. That changes everything. The dad's face shifts from pissed to stunned. They waste no time. Call the cops. A manhunt kicks off immediately. It's July 29th. A tactical unit from the Kern County Sheriff's Office heads to the cabin. They find signs everywhere. Trash bags, ammo, propane, bottles. The guy had been living there, but he's gone now. Fled on foot after getting the quad stuck. Still armed, still missing. Then things escalate. Later that same day, a call comes in. A retired dentist from Tehachapi is found dead near his remote vacation home, killed while working on the property. Near the crime scene, deputies find a boot print in a ravine. A water bottle nearby tests positive for DNA. They finally have a name. Benjamin Ashley, a drifter. History of break-ins. Known for creeping into cabins, stealing supplies. Moving on. This time, it went further. Way further. With his name and photo now out, the sheriff's department broadcasts his image everywhere. Police start tracking his movements, find supply caches scattered in the forest, food, ammo, water, all set up like he was planning for a long stay or a long fight. 15 days pass, then a break. Ashley shows up at a small store. The clerk recognizes him from the news, calls it in. Deputies swarm the area. He's still armed. As they close in, Ashley pulls a gun. Deputies open fire, hitting him multiple times, but somehow he manages to raise his weapon one last time. He shoots himself in the head. The manhunt is over. Benjamin Ashley, dead. The case closes, but for John and his friends, it doesn't. That moment, laying on the cabin floor with a shotgun leveled at their faces, doesn't leave them. They think about what could have happened, how close it was, how random, and how fast everything changed. From a summer getaway to survival mode, no cell service, no warning, no playbook, just instincts, and one wrong move away from becoming 3 names in a police report. After it's all over, after the body is ID'd, after the police press conference wraps, after the story hits every local headline, the shock still lingers. Back in Bakersfield, it hits John hardest, not just because they almost died, but because someone did. The retired dentist murdered in his own vacation home became the final thread in a twisted timeline. A stranger wanders into the woods with a shotgun, takes over a private cabin, holds 3 teens hostage, then kills a man before ending his own life. No one saw it coming, not law enforcement, not locals, and definitely not 3 kids just trying to blow off steam after a semester of college. And now there's nothing heroic about it. No victory lap, just aftermath. John wrestles with guilt. What if they had reported it sooner? What if they hadn't waited until they escaped to call police? What if warning signs had been missed? But survival isn't clean. It's not scripted. When there's a gun to your face and someone's talking about aliens and parachutes made from body bags, the only mission is making it to the next second. The reality is this: Benjamin Ashley was spiraling long before he found that cabin. His paranoia, his delusions, his obsession with being hunted, all signs of a man unraveling. Mental illness was likely in play, but so was a loaded weapon, and when those 2 things intersect in isolation, the outcome gets deadly. Fast. Police later said Ashley had been squatting in different cabins for months, breaking in, stealing supplies, disappearing into the trees. He knew how to vanish, how to live off-grid. He didn't want help. He wanted distance. And the cabin? It wasn't random. He picked it because no one else ever came around. Except this time, someone did. For John and his friends, the location will never be the same. What used to be their secret getaway spot is now a marker, a reminder that even the safest place can flip in seconds. The biggest lesson? Situational awareness matters. Not just knowing your surroundings, but knowing what you do when they go sideways. The friends all agreed on one rule before the trip: be back by sundown. No excuses. That rule might have saved their lives. They didn't try to fight, didn't escalate. They lied to stay alive, bought time, talked calmly, hid emotions, waited for the right moment. And when it came, they jumped, literally, off a mountain, through brush, into darkness. That wasn't luck. That was instinct. It's easy to think of survival stories as heroic, but most are just messy, desperate gambles made in panic. What made this one different? They stayed calm, they stayed united, and they waited for the 1 second when it was safer to run than stay. That's what saved them. Not strength, not weapons, timing. When the opportunity came, they took it. No debate, no hesitation, and they never looked back.